Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with my Friday Quick Tip cards, or Friday Quick Tips should I say. This week I've been working with our birthday card organiser kit, and these were the two cards that we made that follow the instructions that come with the kit. I then went on and rearranged the cards and made two alternate cards, again just using what's in the kit. My tip for today is about stepping up the kit just a little with something that I think almost everybody has around the house, and that is some coloured pens. These are Stampin' Up ones, obviously that's what I tend to use, but any sort of watercolour markers would work for this. I recommend the watercolour ones rather than the blends if you're wanting to work direct onto the cards. I'm actually not working direct onto the cards today anyway. I'm working onto these layers. The reason I say this is because if you use alcohol markers, which are the other standard type of marker that you can get, the marker is supposed to bleed through. It's supposed to saturate the card. So if you're using alcohol markers, it's going to bleed through. Not a problem with a layer, but if it bleeds through your card, it's going to show on the inside of the card, which doesn't give a totally professional look. So we're going to just work with our layers today, and I'm going to just show a couple of ways that we can create a quick card, a fairly quick card, and I'm just using markers. Now I'm using a real red marker here, and all I'm going to do is just colour these spots. I'm being reasonably careful because you can actually, it's a black, but it's not a dense black, so you can see if you go over the lines, as it were. That's outside, it doesn't matter. So I don't want to go too far outside the lines, it will look strange. So I'm just going to colour all of the dots on my black layer. So it's going to make our more masculine card a red, black and white card. I'm going to ditch the Sahara sand strip for today, and I'm going to probably try and speed up the replay on this so that you don't have to see me colouring in the whole thing. So I will carry on. And I'm actually going to pause the video while I finish. And there, I've finished colouring that in. So we've got our red spots on the black background, and what we're going to do now is also just colour around our happy birthday frame. Now it doesn't matter if you go outside the line where the sticker crosses over, but you don't want to go inside the line where the text is. So I'm going to just go around, and I'll finish this one off as well. So there, we've coloured around the frame, and you just want to double check that you're nicely up to that black frame on all of the lines. So now we can assemble our card, and this time I'm going to pop this around this way and simply add this to my card front as we've done before. And I find my tear and tape. So obviously you could do this with whatever colour markers you prefer, and it makes for a little bit more personalised of a birthday card. If you know that there's someone that you're actually crafting for, then you can choose a marker that's one of their favourite colours perhaps. And like I say, this is something that I think even beginner crafters can do to just alter their card kit a little and make something that's just a little bit different. You don't have to have lots of supplies. Of course, if you are a regular crafter, then you can do the same thing, but have a look and see what other matching embellishments you might have. Have you got some ribbon that would go with this? I'm just going to make sure that my card's opening the right way. And we'll pop this on like that. I just lay it down, nudge it into place, and then press when I know that it's correctly in place. And then I'm just going to take my sticker frame like that, and I can just see that there's a couple of little corners that I've not quite got to, so I'll just take the pen over that. That's it. And for this, I'm just going to use some of these little edge pieces here to snip this, to pop this up on the card front. So I'm going to stick some of the edge pieces on there, and also there, so you can use up your edge pieces. And I'm just going to stick a couple of the regular ones. This is really just to stop it from pressing, because we've got sticky on the back of this, but I'm wanting to add some dimension and making sure that it's going to be kept above the card in all the places. So I'm going to pop that there, because if I press too hard on any area, then it could actually stick to the back of the card, so I don't want to do that. And again, I've just found a little edge there. So that is one of our transformed cards. If you wanted to add the Sahara stand strip, then you could pop that across there if you wanted. You could even add an It's Your Day sticker to this, but I'm going to leave that as it is. So that's our masculine card transformed. So what about our feminine card? Again, we're going to use our markers, and we're just going to transform our flower here. Now I like to just test this and see what kind of shade I'm going to get. So I like that. That's going to work for me for the pink. And I'm going to alter the green just a little bit. I want to make it brighter. So I'm going to go with that. So I'm now going to start to colour these in, and I'm just going to colour over the whole of the design. Even though it's already coloured, I'm going to colour over the whole of the design and colour this in with my marker to just transform it. So if I don't colour over that bit that's already coloured with the dark, it's going to look a bit strange. So I'll carry on colouring and we'll come back when I've finished. So I've now coloured my leaves and I'm going to colour over my flower. And I'm just using exactly the same method. I'm going to kind of outline to make sure that I'm careful around the edges of my petals. There is a little bit that goes over on what's already been printed for you, so don't worry about if there are a few little mistakes. So once I've got the outside, I can just colour in all of this, and I'm colouring over the top of that original pink ink as well. So again, I'll finish this off and come back to you. And there is our finished flower. So I've coloured in, as I say, the petals, the little bud. I've left that. I'm not going to use that on this particular design, but you can see how much we've brightened up our original flower and leaves. So I'm now going to press these out and use these on my card front. And actually, you can see that we don't have any bleed through because it's watercoloured markers, but if we had, it wouldn't matter because we're going to pop this layer up on our card. So I'm going to press all of these out like that and take my card base, and you can see that we've got two sides like to this. So I'm going to use it this way round this time. I'm going to take my little sticker. I'm not doing anything special with this. I'm just going to pop it up against the side of my card there and try and make sure that that's in line with the top of the card. And I'm standing up so that I can do that. I've got grid paper, so it makes it a little easier for me. That looks straight, so I can press that down now. And as we've done before, we're going to use our included dimensionals and pop these on the backs, and I'm not putting them too close to the edges so that we've got space to be able to tuck our extra little pieces under. If I put these right at the edges and then decided I wanted to put this here, it would be butting up against the dimensional, so I don't want that. So I'm just going to pop this one down, and I think we'll have that that way around like that. And now for this, I'm going to go back to my little glue dots that we've got and pop these on. And I like to have them in the corners and then kind of one in the middle. So we've flipped the lids off, and I'm using my take a pick tool, but you don't need to have this. You could just use a nail if you've got nails. So, and then I'm going to tuck this under here like this and press that down. And then I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I'm just going to pop a couple of dots on this one, like that. And then I can decide where I like that. I think I'm going to pop that down there to create a little bit more of a triangle look to that. And I've still got my little sequin dots that I'm going to use to finish this. I didn't use these on the masculine card this time. Of course, you're very welcome to. You put these wherever takes your fancy. And sorry if you can hear my dog snoring under the table. He's got a tendency to do that. There we are. So that is our feminine stepped up card and our masculine stepped up card. Like I say, if you want to put some of these on, you can do. I'm leaving that as it is, and you can see how that has really changed things. We could have always turned it around the other way, so you can get some very different cards from this kit, with just using the kit as it is. But you could also then introduce some colours just using whatever coloured pens you've got around the house. You don't need anything special for doing this. It will work. So, okay, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel below to see a quick tip every Friday and quick card every Monday. Thank you.